Some of the finest turquoise in the world is found in the famous Royston Turquoise mining district, located just outside of the historic town of Tonopah. The dry environment of this area is one of the key elements necessary to form this mineral, which is not very commonly found on the planet.
Well, here at the Royston Turquoise mine just outside of Tonopah, Nevada, Royston's known all over the world and very famous for its exquisite type turquoise, for the variations in colors, the hardness, from blues to greens to blue-greens. We do our mine tours here where the paid public comes and digs in our tailings from April 1st through October.
We met Dean Otteson at the site of the tailings, where the public is allowed to dig to try our luck at finding some turquoise.
Hello, welcome to the Royston Turquoise mine. This is, as you can see behind us, the tailings where we do our paid tours. The customers come in here and dig through our tailings where we mine, and you're more than welcome to look around and see what you can find, and I'll show you what you pick up, kind of the difference in variety there is.
Great, thank you. At first sight, finding turquoise among these mounds of rock and dirt seemed impossible. But as our eyes began to adjust to the landscape, brilliant shades of blue began to appear and beckon from the pilings. This place was a virtual treasure trove of turquoise once you got started. There's a thrill to finding gems in the earth that's difficult to describe. It's not the worth of the stone. It's the pure admiration and amazement that nature can create things so spectacular. While these were all treasures to us, we took our findings to Dean to learn how professionals sort their turquoise discoveries.
See what you got. This here is just a little thin paint color on that, so that's not really good. This here is more what we call chalk. It's if it touched your tongue, it sticks. It's stuff that they use for treating, which we don't keep. We throw it right away. This type of nugget here, this is a very good nugget, which you can see the lime coating, the two tones from the blues to the greens.
Okay.
And now this one here, these type, when the veins run down the rock or through the rock, we hit with the rock the way the turquoise is running, and the turquoise will come off clean like that.
Look. Wow.
So that's the way we clean it up before we take it into processing. Well, here's where we'll show you some of the typical quality turquoise that comes out of here that we'll use for the jewelry at our store. This is the sky blue, very hard, the most sought after there is. Some of the spiderweb type turquoise we have, more of the blue. Then we also go to the blue greens, which is very sought after. Royston's known worldwide for its greens and blue greens, is what most mines don't put out.
I don't think many people know that green.
No, and a lot of people, when they see it, they prefer it over the blues. This is a type of material here that we use to put into our jewelry at the store. Okay, so now if you'd like to go back to the store with me, we'll take this material here, we'll process it through the cutting system and into a finished product into our jewelry, and we'll show you how it's done.
Great, thanks. We headed back to Tonopah, where the Ottesons have a store and workshop headquartered in a historic building on Main Street. From finished jewelry to uncut pieces, the store had plenty of samples on display showing the wide varieties of colors that can be found in turquoise.
Hello. This is a good example of the quality and the different colors of the Royston turquoise. This is what will come out of these rocks before we finish the product.
Here's something else I'd like to show you. This is some finished products of the examples of the stones that you're holding here once they're finished and ready to be set into jewelry.
Wow. Same coloration in its final form.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Beautiful. Isn't that amazing, from the mine, that rough look right to that finished quality? All right in the shop here. That's pretty amazing.
Now if you'd all like to follow me to the back, we'll show you how we cut these into cabochons.
Great.
Wow, okay.
Dean led us into the workshop so we could better understand the process of taking a raw piece of turquoise and turning it into a polished stone ready to be mounted as a piece of jewelry.
Now we're going to go to the process. We're going to have Terrell saw two of these nuggets in half, which is the first step in our process before we start backing.
It takes a steady hand with a good eye for the location of a saw blade to cut a nugget in half without losing a finger. Terrell's dexterity not only kept his fingers intact, but revealed some gorgeous specimens.
Once Terrell gets done sawing out our pieces, we bring them back over here to our backing table. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a epoxy backing on them.
The epoxy holds the turquoise on the end of a stick to make it easier to work on the stone. Under running water, Dean polished a piece of turquoise using a high-grade gem-quality lapidary sander. Holding onto the stick and guiding the stone, he shaped and smoothed all of the edges and finished with a final polishing and buffing that really brought out the colors of the turquoise.
That looks pretty good right there. That's a real nice shine.
The next step in the process was passed along to the skilled hands of Shari, the daughter of Donna and Dean Otteson. Shari began preparing a mount for the turquoise. She stamped the sterling silver mark onto the metal backing to authenticate its quality. Now it was time to solder the two silver pieces together to make a foundation to hold the turquoise in place. We watched as the pieces fused together to become one. Making the entire process look a lot easier than it is, Shari cut the excess silver and pulled out a snap bell and jump ring to affix to the top of the pendant. After soldering, the silver was dipped into a dry acid and water bath to clean it up before mounting the turquoise. Under the practiced eye of this master artisan, it was a perfect fit. Now it was time for tightening and polishing.
And there it is, ready for purchase.
It was amazing to think that this beautiful stone was lying in the tailings pile just a few hours ago. Shari has a whole line of unique designs that are displayed among the work of other artisans here. With a newfound appreciation for turquoise from the ground up, we bid the Ottisons farewell.